This is Explosive Exclusive. My name is Pranesh. Let's get you a story that has developed over the last 1 week. You would remember over 5.5 months after violence broke out during Puja in Kolkata's Ekbalpur, Mominpur area, the National Investigation Agency, which was tasked with probing the case, has filed its charge sheet. The NIA Chargesheet names 16 people as accused. In the charge sheet, the agency has concluded that there was a conspiracy to attack Hindu homes and businesses. The NIA in its charge sheet also mentions how 10 of the accused conspired, collaborated in carrying out this mayhem. Now, despite the grave charges, the TMC has chosen to concentrate on the religion of the accused more than the contents of the charge sheet. What the TMC seems to be offended by is the fact that all the accused belong to the minority community. But before any of that, let's tell you exactly what happened on the night of October 9th last year in Kolkata. A tense situation built up in Mominpur, Ekbalpur area over the affixing of an Islamic flag on Nabi Dibas. It eventually led to a communal clash involving stone pelting and arson. A mob destroyed a puja pandal and even broke into a police station. The rioters also indulged in arson and large-scale vandalism in which several private and government vehicles were damaged. Now a political slugfest has begun over the NIA charge sheet. The Trinamool calling out BJP's selective targeting, and the BJP says this is appeasement. Let me quickly bring in Tamal Saha to first. We'll go to Tamal in just a bit, but sample the political blame game.
There is a basic contradiction between the police report and the report from NIA. And also, there are inner contradiction within the report of NIA, because in one place they are clearly saying that there was clash between two groups, but when they are eliminating one group and targeting just one, that is clear that the political line of BJP, it was the responsibility of NIA to establish the political line of BJP.
I strongly believe in this report, and we have said that time, and this is a communal violence, and very, very strongly, the Hindus, the Dalit of those areas, it's usually a Dalit population where this happened, they were targeted. So, that's a fact, you can't change it. The minorities of West Bengal have understood that this appeasement politics of Mamata Banerjee is only for vote. They haven't benefited anything from this government. So I'm very happy that they have understood, and we are seeing from the Shagurdigi election, the results of Shagurdigi election, that the minorities of West Bengal are moving away from Mamata Banerjee government.
Now you heard the political blame game that is really raging after the National Investigation Agency filed its charge sheet, details of which we've accessed. 16 people of minority community charge sheet. And the agency in its charge sheet has really detailed the riot plot, if I can use that phrase, to say that all this was planned, coordinated, and Hindu homes and shops were singled out. Now, before I bring in Tamal, let's quickly open this up with our guest joining us. Priyanka Tibrewal, spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party, and Shubhankar Bhattacharya is a political analyst. Mr. Bhattacharya, what do you make of what the agency has found out and has written in the charge sheet?
See, the interesting thing is, I don't know, I'm quite amazed that all of a sudden, the entire state of West Bengal has turned communal. And this is happening since the rise of BJP over there. And this is nothing new, because just recently, there was a news on the paper that a lot of minority-based flags and their items were found at BJP office. So probably those were used to create such sort of communal scenario, which seems completely sponsored by the BJP, who is trying everything to establish the seat over there, which they find it quite difficult otherwise. I think...
No, I don't think, Mr. Bhattacharya, with due respect, you understood what the agency in its charge sheet is trying to say, because, you know, you are saying that this is about the BJP, this is a recent development. It's not. Let's not confuse probe and politics. Tamal says with us, Tamal, this is a crucial development in this case, with the NIA filing its first charge sheet, naming 16 people, and more importantly, underlining that the clashes happened and Hindu homes and shops were targeted.
Well, that's right, Pranesh. This is the entire charge sheet which Times Now has accessed, and NIA has detailed out a lot of facts in this charge sheet. To begin with, it shows that there are 16 people who have been charge sheeted. As you rightly said, they all belong to one community. They all belong to the Muslim community, and they have all been named in this charge sheet. Very interestingly, if you move into page number 33 of the charge sheet, it says that all the accused, from accused number 1 to accused number 16 and others, attacked the dwelling, houses, shops of Hindu community using crude bombs, petrol bombs, wooden stake, brick bats, stones, etc. at gully number 8, Bhu Kailash Road, Kolkata. Now, it also says the statement of witnesses corroborates the fact that accused number 2 directed his associates intentionally to disrupt the electricity supply of gully number 8, Bhu Kailash Road, before setting shops and houses on fire. And it also says that statements of witnesses, Caesar list dated 9th of October 2022 and other dates, and the forensic report of CFSL corroborate that the facts that all the accused, along with their associates and others, they caused explosion with intention to endanger lives and properties of the Hindu community. So the charge sheet clearly says that there was a conspiracy. It clearly mentions that there was a larger conspiracy and that people had conspired to, in a way, attack the houses of the Hindu community. Very interestingly, the charge sheet has also given up this diagram. Now, this diagram is a conversation and the chain of conversation that happened. Now, this is Zakir Hussain, who is the prime accused in this case. Now, Zakir Hussain, according to the charge sheet, has made calls to Badrul Hussain, alias Dabbu. So, his call came to Dabbu. From Dabbu, 3 calls were made to 3 individuals. They all belong to the community. From there, multiple calls were made. Parallel calls were given by Inamul, and the charge sheet says that all these people, after there was an incident, they had called over phone, spoken over phone, and there was a premeditated agenda to go ahead and do this kind of a disruption. What is the disruption? Attack houses. NIA says that on the intervening night of the 8th and 9th of October 2022, there was an incident with the issue of affixing of Islamic flag on the occasion of Nabi Divas,
right.
And that had snowballed into a manner that there were communal clashes. 2 groups had engaged, and very interestingly, Pranesh, if I can just quickly point it out, the first report which was submitted by the police, this is the first report that was submitted by police on 9th of October, and here it says that in this incident, when they rushed to the spot, when police rushed to the spot, they found 120 to 150 members of each of the community of Hindu and the Mohammedan assembled there with sticks, iron rod, etc., shouting religious slogans, that they were found in a very agitated mood, and they were repeatedly asked to disperse from there, but to no effect. Some of them were also noticed brandishing firearms towards the members of other religion. All of a sudden, they started brick batting, stone throwing and bombing of the person of the counter religion. It also says that police people were also attacked. So this was the first report of the police, which also raises a lot of questions as how come these police people, irrespective of the community they are trying to refer to, had firearms in them, they had explosives with them, and they also, in a way, created this kind of a mayhem. So the slight difference that there is between the NIA report, NIA charge sheet and the police report, NIA has found it squarely responsible for one particular community people who possibly had conspired and attacked houses, dwelling and shops of Hindu community, whereas the police report suggested there were clashes between 2 groups, two groups where 120 to 150 people from either community were engaged, but both were
Kamal, thanks a lot for breaking down the details. And Mr. Bhattacharya, now that you've understood what the NIA charge sheet contains, Would you still stick to what you said in the beginning?
See, what Tamal said, that makes it more clear that there is a huge difference between what police says and what NIA says. I totally understand that NIA has to follow the political line of their bosses, but at the same time, this creates a big difference, that either the police is correct or the NIA is correct. The police is blaming both the sides. It doesn't actually say that basically a particular community was only responsible. The word is only responsible for creating a communal right. Whereas it is onto the political party such as BJP, which tries to malign the state, as well as a particular community, tries to point it out that entire responsibility comes to them only. So this is a conspiracy to try to create a communal riot over there. So this BJP has been doing in Uttar Pradesh. This is what they have done in Gujarat. And now this is the same thing they want to do in West Bengal to somehow to get into the reins, to capture the reins and come to the power. So this is nothing new, and this
Priyanka
is
Tibrewal
out of BJP.
Now, she's been listening to you intently. Give her some time to respond to what you've just said.
Correct.
Please, most welcome.
So I would also thank to Tamal because he was too keen on coming out with whatever was written in the police report and what has been the findings of the NIA. Now let me tell you that whatever is in the report is at a very basic stage that police makes a report. And let me also be very clear about the nefarious activity and the role of police here in West Bengal, which has been clearly stated in number of orders passed by the Honorable High Court of Calcutta, where they have said that police does not do their duty up to the mark. So we are not bothered. That is the reason that the entire investigation went to the NIA. Hence the other agencies had to intervene. Now these people who do not respect or have a minimum respect for the agencies because they say that the center runs them. So whatever comes out from the agencies, they will not believe in that. But no one is bothered about that.
Oh, ma'am, now it is well established across the country.
Mister, I was listening to
Please,
you.
it is not well established across the country that whose line CBI is following, whose line NIA is following. So come on, don't try to argue something which has now become a basic.
No, listen, Mr. Bhattacharya. Now, Mr. Bhattacharya, it's not that the NIA is giving a judgment. All this is a part of the charge sheet. A court will take a call on this. A court, so don't lose your cool, Mr. Bhattacharya. Let the court decide whether it has been created or it actually happened. So let's not jump the gun. How do you know? How do you know? But how do you know that's the mindset, Mr. Bhattacharya?
Come on, that was Tamal just read it out.
But Tamal was reading out. Tamal was reading out portions of. Tamal was reading out. But Mr. Bhattacharya, if it's there in the report, he was reading out that.
Let me repeat.
He also talked about the police report. And the court, I'm sure, will take a... Mr. Bhattacharya, let's not undermine our courts. Now, you may have problems with the agency, but ultimately the court is the final arbiter. Okay, I've run out of time. I'll have to wrap this up. Tamal, thanks for joining us with this NIA charge sheet details. Priyanka Tibrewal, Mr. Bhattacharya, thank you for joining us on Times Now.